Hey everyone, this is Gian Roberts, and in this episode, we're going to review a Brent Daniels video on how to make $500,000 a year in passive income. We're going to go step by step some of the value that this video provides, plus some of the things that I think you can improve on and make this process even better. So let's start watching the video together, and I'm going to point out some things along the way. And if this is your first time to the channel, I do a daily podcast here on the channel. This is the Retire Younger podcast where I look at early retirement using non-traditional methods that so you can live the financial freedom lifestyle today. I don't teach hope and pray investing strategies like stock trading or cryptocurrencies. Instead, I help people invest in tangible assets, build passive cash flows with the combination of social media marketing, cash flow, real estate, cash flowing business acquisitions, and with little to no leverage or risk. Again, my name is Gian Roberts. I'm a fellow freedom artist, and I'm a mentor and guide through this non-traditional process of going from economic slavery to economic independence. So, yeah, if you've never been to the channel and you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Each month, I pick 5 subscribers and I give them an upgrade to the pro version of my account, my training over on my website, gallanroberts.com. So let's get into this video. All right, I'm going to scrub it back to the beginning.
To be in the top 1% in income earners, you have to make over $400,000 a year. I'm going to show you how to make over $500,000, and it's mostly passive. Check this out.
All right, so I'm going to show you this target system.
Listen, I am not crazy. This is simple math. We're going to look at this diagram, and I'm going to break it down simply for you. It starts with the fact that there's 142 million residential real estate properties. All right? The facts show us that 6 to 10% of the real estate market is in distress at all times, whether that be pre-foreclosure, whether that just be the condition of the property has gotten away from the property owner, they don't have the budget to fix it up, whether there's a divorce, whether they can't pay taxes, whatever it is. There's so many different reasons that they would be in distress. 6 to 10% of the 142 million properties are in distress. So we have almost 14 million opportunities every single year. This just keeps growing.
And recently, there's been a number of top real estate buyers, such as Redfin, with their iBuyer program, Zillow, and other institutional buyers that have found out that flipping houses and purchasing houses at the higher rates and to gain the market and make the prices of houses go more valuable, and therefore they're gaining more profits. They're finding out that that didn't work for them, and they're losing a lot of money. And Redfin this week has eliminated their iBuyer program and is getting rid of $350 million worth of assets on their books between now and next spring in 2023. So what that means is there's a lot more opportunity than what he just pointed out here as far as the number of houses. Also, there's a whole baby boomer generation that is moving into long-term care. There's going to be 3.5 million people moving into long-term care over the next 10 years. And so there's going to be a lot of opportunities to buy valuable real estate in the upcoming market. Also, there has been pressure on mortgage rates because the Fed has increased the mortgage rate, the interest rate, and that's caused mortgage rates to go up, and therefore Also, less people are qualified for mortgages, and so that's causing a push down on the house prices as well. They're going down at this point 10% or so, between 5 and 10%. And it's just going to go farther and farther down as we get into this recession with the high inflation looming, and people getting laid off from tech jobs and things like that. So there's a lot of things going on in the market right now. And if you are in the position where you can pay cash for a house, and I'm going to show you how you can do that, and it's not going to cost you, it's going to cost you a fraction of what he's going to point out here, but you can get into this market and make a lot of money by buying real estate as lowest bottom line price, and then just riding the wave as you go into the next market cycle. All right, let's continue with the video.
And growing as they build properties, this keeps growing and growing. The opportunity is absolutely incredible. So first, we need to trim down the 142 million down to that 6 to 10%. There's plenty of tools to be able to do that. If you want to know how, check out all the videos on this channel. There's a ton of them on here, breaking down which tools to use so that you can filter that. But just simply, the ugly houses that you see driving around fit into that distress category, all right? Somebody needs to sink investment. They have to put money into those properties for them to be livable, to them.
All right, I'm going to skip to a point here. 3-minute mark right here.
We're talking about prospecting for the best and the biggest deals possible, and that's going after those distressed properties. The fact is, if you were to make the calls yourself,
all right,
it's
he's
200
talking about
to 1.
making phone
if
calls.
you talk to 200 people, you should get 1 deal. All right, but we're not talking about you making the calls yourself. We're talking about mostly passive income here, over $500,000 of mostly passive income. So that means that you're going to have to hire people. When you hire somebody to make the calls for you, they're going to need to talk to 10 times. Listen to me, 10 times more people than you will. That's just the facts. You're going to sink your teeth into.
You're saying if you were to make the call yourself, you would have a higher conversion rate as opposed to hiring people outside of your outside or outsource the calls. Basically, have VAs call, and because they don't know the terminology, they don't know the people in your community as well, and they don't know the nuances. They can't reference cultural things in your local area, so they're going to have a less conversion rate. They're not going to relate to the people as much, and so you're going to have 10 times the number of calls made. And he talks about you got to make 2,000 calls a month to have enough deal flow to make this work. And so you're gonna have to have 10 times that. So you're gonna have to have 20,000 phone calls a month. That's pretty crazy. So he's going to come up with a large number here about how much money that would cost you to do 20,000 calls a month. And actually, I got those numbers mixed up. It's 200 calls. It's 200 calls if you do it personally. It's 2,000 if you do it through a VA. So yeah, there's going to be a large number here that he's going to give out. And so a little bit later, I'm going to talk about how you can pay a flat fee and get all these calls done for you. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit, but know that there's a better way to get these calls done.
Leads faster. You're going to understand the market more. You're going to understand what's happening in your community and the areas that you're working in more. So it's going to be, you need to have 10 times the amount of conversation you would if you were doing it yourself. All right. So if you hire the best of the best of the best, okay, and you hire them for $10,000 10,000 hours right here, 10,000 hours, and you're paying them $22 an hour, which is, this is the best of the best, right? Around $22. Now, most people pay people 3 to 5 to 10, whatever. But I'm just telling you, you can do this at $22 an hour for incredible American callers that are gonna really get you the best leads. That's gonna cost you $220,000, all right? Now, you're gonna have to buy the phone numbers for that. You're gonna have to buy the technology to be able to call that many people, and that's gonna be included in this $100,000 extra, and I'm gonna get into that in just a second.
So now you got
but
software, you gotta buy
$220,000, that's the budget. Well, Brent, I don't have it.
You gotta buy with that $100,000. So there's a couple factors there that that the average person is not going to be able to achieve, right? First of all, you got to get to the point where you can actually pay somebody $22 an hour. And then you got to be able to hire enough people to fill those 10,000 hours that's going to require to reach out to people. You got to buy lists that cost thousands of dollars per list. And then you got software that costs hundreds of dollars per month, plus the phone, the digital phone lines and things like that, the voice over IP phone lines that you use, and just, just regular monthly expenses that you're going to pay. So now he says, you can start just doing this yourself and then migrate into hiring somebody. And so realistically, is that really going to happen? I'm going to show you how you can get started, from day one with a team behind you already ready to work. And it's going to cost you a fraction of this $220,000 that he projected here. So let's continue on to this section right here.
You are there to serve them, and you are of the top quality. All right. So there you go. You've got 50 deals right there. Well, an average deal when you're wholesaling is $15,000. That's across the country. It's going to be higher in California. It's going to be lower in Indianapolis, right? It's going to be somewhere in there, but it should shake out and average out to about $15,000. So you've got 50 deals and $15,000.
Okay. First of all, in order to make 15 grand on a wholesale deal, you need to have a private money investor to invest in that property and then hold that property until you sell it again. There's many states out there that are restricting wholesale deals. That's where you trade paper for cash. So you take a contract, you have the seller sign the contract, you sell that contract for X number of dollars, usually between $2,000 and $5,000. So the $15,000, in order to make the $15,000, you have to put a private money investor to be to purchase that property for cash, either the same day transaction, a double close, or they hold on the property for 30 to 60 days, and then you sell it out for cash to another, either fix and flip buyer. It's a wholesale to wholesale deal or a wholesale to retail deal where you're selling it through the MLS to a retail buyer who funds it with a mortgage. These deals are becoming less and less because of the mortgage. So you need a private money investor, and that's the key in order to make a lot of money with wholesaling, is that you have to have that mediator or that middle person, which is a private money investor, to invest the capital into your deals so that you become the principal owner of that deal, and then you can sell it as a principal owner, as the owner of the property, right? As opposed to a wholesale deal where you're just selling the contract that you have from a seller to another wholesale buyer. And these deals are becoming less and less. So what I'm telling you right now is that we have private money investors waiting and ready to go to invest in your deals, and you can have a team of experts already in place, ready to make the calls, ready to close the deals. We have attorneys on staff, we have realtors on staff, and they are ready to close your deals. All you got to do is go out and find the deals, and we have a team of people that will find the deals. All you have to do is meet with the seller and get them to sign the contract, and then send the contract over to us, and we close the deal. We do all the financial part of it, and then we cut you a check when the deal is complete. We cut you a check for up to $15,000, like we talk about in this video. So that being said, you at a fraction of the cost, we can get it for you very quickly. So let's continue on. Let's see.
Great. Your caller's got you all those deals, and it's phenomenal. Now, you also are not taking all these leads yourself. You have acquisition managers. You've got savage, unbelievable people that are great at sales. They're great at communication. They understand NLP. They understand how to go out there and be versatile with the different communication styles and everything going on that happens when you're talking to these property owners.
With your acquisition manager.
Great salespeople, right? These are your acquisition managers, and typically they're going to get about 20% of the sales. We're not going to get to this number quite yet because they're still working when they're.
So what an acquisition manager does is they take the contract that you have signed from the seller, and they make sure that all the other components get done. Okay. So there's title work that has to be done. There's meeting with the attorneys. There's meeting with the realtors, and there's meeting with the buyers. And so he makes sure that everything gets done and finalized so that you don't have to spend any time doing that. And then the deal is closed, and then we just simply write you a check from the closing table. So this is a much easier way than what he's laying out here. Because we have the private money investors, we have a team of experts ready to go. Let's see, 7.
To the dirt and getting into the nitty gritty and really putting the work in that is necessary for you to be successful in this business. Now you've got 75 deals. Now you've got 75 deals at 15,000 is $1.125 million, right? Let me get the last number before we get to the exciting stuff.
He talked about
right here.
Okay. We skipped a step there. Having the referral partners.
One deal a year. That's it. Just one deal a year.
All right. You're talking about this 25 number and having 25 referral partners. And we have a network set up that is in the senior care market. Like I said, there's over 3 million people in the senior space that are moving into long-term care every single year. And they have, most of the time, they have single-family residents. And we can use the capital from their residents to pay for their long-term care. And so there's plenty of opportunities out there, and teach you the exact system for working in the senior market and getting this real estate under contract. Now, there's a huge opportunity. So what I'm saying is that you can work with experts in your local area that are in the long-term care, that are realtors, that are professionals in your area, and they will refer deals to you because they need to get cash for the real estate that they're dealing with at that particular point. And they're not real estate experts, so they need you to provide the cash and get their clients out of a sticky situation and get them moved on to the next phase in their life. So that being said, this is a great opportunity for you right here. I'll present a little bit more on this in just a second. Let's see, 750.
you inside of a rocket and they shoot you in your business. And that is your personal board of directors. Your personal board of directors. These are the people that are going to protect you. These are the people that are going to open doors for you. These are the people that are with.
So you should have a personal board of directors. We provide that for you here at Retire Younger. We have a team meeting once a week where we discuss you're involved in that meeting, and we discuss what's going on in the market, what's going on with your deals, and what the next steps are. We teach you the latest techniques in prospecting and getting people to sign the contract, and how to present that information in these weekly meetings. And we provide all this mentorship and guidance and motivation to you as part of our working together, our partnership here at Retire Younger. So let's move on to 9:20.
Find an opportunity for investment, right? And that's what wholesalers do. That's all wholesaling is. It's the art of finding discounted properties. But we go after these properties. And the only difference between
that's what we teach you here
rough neighborhood and a neighborhood that is up and coming is investment. That's it. And who brings those investors? We do. As real estate wholesalers, we're the ones changing the neighborhoods. We're the ones that are taking all of these properties that were beloved and lived in, but they're beat up and they have been used and they need just updating. And we're the ones bringing investment.
Yeah. So there's a couple things here, right? If you're a retail buyer, you're not going to buy a property that's distressed. Plus, the banks aren't going to loan to you with a traditional mortgage if the property is distressed. And a lot of times these distressed properties are owned by homeowners that can't afford to fix them up. So if they were to try to sell them through a realtor and try to sell them to a retail buyer, they would have to do a bunch of rehab work or fixing up in order for it to qualify for a traditional mortgage loan from a bank. So if there is any distress on a property, the homeowner is responsible for fixing those distress issues. And if they can't afford to fix up those distressed issues, then the property usually goes unsold. And so that's where the wholesale buyer comes in and offers cash for that house and doesn't have to qualify for a mortgage or any other financial instrument like that. All right, so
into these areas so that we can revive these neighborhoods and make them something special. It's wildly rewarding. People want to be involved with that. People want to be involved with you, especially if you have all of those things going on and you've got that energy and you got that sparkle and you got that electricity, right? Running through your body. Because you're in the middle of this and you get all of this action going on and you don't need to spend millions of dollars to be able to do this. You just have to have confidence and you got to be proactive. And so now you've got 1.25 million and you've got your callers that are going to be 220,000. You've got 20% of your sales going to your salespeople. And now you're at, throw 100,000 extra into there. You're at 545 in expenses here. Subtract that from that. And guess who gets that? You do. You get that. But it starts with taking action. It starts with finding an ugly house again and matching that ugly house with somebody that sees potential.
All right. So that's the video right there. Now, if you haven't been to my website right now, go to gianroberts.com, click on that first link. We can get you started with your passive income stream and into this real estate opportunities. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, go click the discovery call. Set up a phone call with me, and I'll be glad to walk you through this process of real estate investing. And what we offer is something a little different than what he talked about here. Now, if you haven't read my book, go ahead and get a free download of my book at gianroberts.com. I'll be glad to give that to you for free. It talks about the whole mindset and process of retiring younger. I believe that everyone should uh, create a passive cash flow that allows you to retire from your 9 to 5. So everybody has a different threshold of what that cash flow is. It doesn't have to be a lot of money if it's a couple grand a month, or if it's, you know, tens of thousands a month. That's really up to you what your threshold is. But the retire younger is just the mindset behind this, and it starts with an opening story of when I met my great grandfather when I was 10 years old. He lived 8 hours away from me, so this is the only opportunity I had to meet with grandfather and my great grandfather, and it was quite the experience that I never forgot. And so it taught me a valuable lesson about money and about investing and about growing your cash flows. All right. So we walked into my great grandfather's house. He was sitting on his little chair, smoking a pipe, and he had the cuckoo clocks on the wall. And he said, "You're just in time." And he pointed at the wall, and all of a sudden, all the cuckoo clocks started going off. Boo, coo, 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 you know, and it was just like watching fireworks. It was like amazing, uh, amazing thing to watch. All these cuckoo clocks go off. And then when that was over, he said, "I got something to show you." And he put his pipe down and he walked me to the back door and he showed me his garden. And it was just a beautiful garden. You could imagine all the flowers and the greenery. And he had a little koi fish pond. And we fed the fish for a minute, for a second. And all of a sudden, I saw this thing like glittering in the garden. It was like gold, just like shimmering in the garden. And he's like, "Oh, that's my money tree." And he walked over to the money tree and he pulls off the little transparent seed pod that looks like a silver coin. And he handed it to me and he placed it in my hand. He said, "If you take this home and plant it, you'll have your own money tree." And so that stuck with me. And I took that seed and I never did end up growing a money tree, but the idea and the story stuck with me. But that's how the idea behind the book came along, and the reason I have a money tree on the front of my book is because of that. So what I found out and what I discovered over the years, I'm now 50 years old. I've covered a lot of things about life since then, and I know that everyone's capable of generating their own money tree. Um, and it doesn't rely on your 9 to 5 job or your career field. It's something that you can cultivate and grow on the side, and it comes from within you. It doesn't come from external forces, it comes from within you, and you have to figure out what that path is. Here at Retire Younger, we use social media marketing, we use cash flow in real estate, and we use business acquisitions to do those cultivating activities where you can generate cash flows that are passive, mostly passive, for you as the investor. Now, one of the things I discovered along the way was the structured cash flow system, or the investor's dream deal. And that's where you act as a third party, or you are the investor in this scenario, whichever one you might fall into. But if you don't have the capital to invest, then you become the partner with an investor, and you provide the energy to make the process work. So it's find, fund, and sell. So you find the investor, you find the asset, which in this case is real estate, but it could be a business, it could be a cash flowing online business. Um, then you find the seller of that asset. You purchase it at a discount, and then you find a buyer where it's going to be cash flowing monthly. So in this case, it's a lease option, and we're leasing this property to a buyer because they don't qualify for a traditional mortgage. So you can see on the right-hand side, I got a more detailed description of this. I call this the fidget spinner model, and this is the like the Zen diagram model of investing. So I look for investors, and I also look for people who want to be the catalyst that makes this whole thing go. So whichever type of person you are, great. I like to have you on our team, and we have a team of we have the team ready to go. We have you. If you sign up with us, you'll get your own virtual assistant who is U.S. based. They will make the calls for you and find the sellers for you. We got a team of attorneys that are ready to close deals. We got real estate agents that are ready to close deals with you as well. And we got a core of trainers on our team that are ready to give you all the information that you need on a weekly basis to take your real estate business to the next level. Now, you could choose to be a totally passive investor and we do everything for you, or you could be an active investor where you're doing a lot of the energy work um, in this process. So whichever direction you want to go, we can walk you through that. Just set up a discovery call with me at gallanroberts.com. Click on the discovery call, and we'll walk you through that process and see which side of the coin you fit on. Okay. So if you're a 1031 exchange investor, we have a lot of opportunities for you right now to get invested in. I know um, there's a opportunity where you can claim 100% of that investment as a write-off, and at the end of the year, and then next year it's 80%. So if you're looking to get into investment quick before the end of the year, then contact me at gallanroberts.com. Also, self-directed IRAs, you need a third party usually to do these type of investments with your IRA, your Roth IRA, those type of things. We act as that third person, and we help you invest those assets so you can make a high yield return. And we got REI hedge funds that are looking for properties all over the country, and we provide those as well. And then high income earners, these are people that make six figures or more per year, and they're looking to have their money work for them so they can work less at their 9 to 5, their career, and live the lifestyle that they want to live. So we offer stable, high yield opportunities, long-term investments. We usually do single-family residence because they cash flow the most, and business acquisitions because they naturally cash flow. There's 3.5 million businesses up for sale right now in this current market, and it's increasing up till 2035. All right, so like I said earlier, we talked about the senior care market. If you have a heart to work with seniors in your local area and you want to help them get their long-term care fully funded, then contact me, and you can make up to $5,000 to $10,000 a month by helping local seniors in your local area get funded for their long-term care in the time that they really need the capital. Now, this is the part of the program where I talk about a framework that you can get started with today if you're interested. And I highly recommend it. If you want to get involved in real estate, then set up a discovery call. But this is for social media marketing and how you can get started with no money with social media marketing and start building up that cash flow that we talk about in the book, Retire Younger. So I have a list of the top 100 affiliate programs. You can get it for free. Just go to gallanroberts.com, sign up, and get this list of affiliate programs. Once you get the list of affiliate programs, go to each individual website. Click on the link at the very bottom of their website that says affiliate program, and then sign up for each affiliate program. Then create your own list just like this one, okay? Once you do that, then I highly recommend that you use social media to market and to create new leads or opportunities for you. And so you can use Facebook Reels, you can use YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and also TikTok videos. And I show you in the course that you also get when you go to that link. I give you a free mini course that shows you step by step how to create these type of videos and how to get customers and clients to your affiliate page, and how to start making passive income using affiliate programs where they pay you, you know, monthly on programs that sign up. For instance, this slide here talks about a CRM that you can promote and promote it to local businesses. And I show you a whole system on how you can reach out to local businesses, get them signed up for this CRM, and how they can increase their ranking on Google My Business or Google Maps, right? And how they can get more customers and clients by using this CRM right here, because it records text messaging, phone calls, emails, and all the conversations that you have with your customers. It records. Plus, there's automations in here that allow a business to grow exponentially. So by doing that, you help the customer out. You can charge them between $300 and $500 a month by just signing them up with that CRM. All right. Also in the main course, I talk about how email marketing is probably the one thing that will grow your business the most. So this is the $1 million marketing plan for your email marketing. Give you that 100% free inside the course at gallanroberts.com. So I was wondering if you can't move that over there. So I hope that you enjoyed this conversation about Brent Daniels' video. I thought it was an excellent video. Just that all those out-of-pocket costs and the rate of failure if you try to do that on your own is exponentially higher than if you joined a team like Retire Younger and had everything done automatically for you by professionals that have been doing this for years. And why reinvent the wheel when the wheel is already here, working great and making a lot of money for a lot of people? So why don't create your own system? Don't create your own path to this. Just join an existing path that's already in the trenches, already doing this work, and have it work for you. So if you enjoyed this video, there's a link coming up on the screen right now that it's got another video that's got some excellent content and information that you'll enjoy. And I wish you luck on getting started with your Retire Younger cash flow system. We'll talk to you soon.